Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, welcome back to Ravenport. It's an early morning. Our barley is ready to be harvested. That's why we're down on the chicken farm. We'll pick up some eggs. This should fill up the carton, I would believe. And maybe today, if the egg prices are decent, we might sell them. As you can see, we are... I don't know, is that going to take it? Or I'll leave that one there. I'm not sure if it's full or not. We'll find out when we get more boxes today. But yeah, midnight came, interest rates. And yeah, I already got a worker going on in the field because, well, weeds. Weeds didn't come down here, fortunately, but I think we weeded this after we planted the barley, so that's why. But I got the case tractor. I put some narrow tires on it, so he's going to be working the cornfield, then the canola fields. Sunflowers are doing well, so we need to get to harvesting the barley, and we can get these fields turned over, plant some, maybe I'll do wheat next as well. Our silage is also ready, but the price of silage at the barn, well, at least it stopped going down, so hopefully maybe by the end of the episode, if it gets up, you know, like to $350-ish, we'll go ahead and sell that. I mean, that'll be nice to get $350,000. And we also need to take care of our animals today, as in cleaning. As for the horses, 2 more days. They're at 85%, so yeah, 2 more days, but they're worth now $42,575. So they're doing great. So in 2 days, we'll be get $800,000. So the money is just going to come rushing in. But like I said, we're going to spend it just as fast as it comes in because we need to get a cotton harvester. I want to get involved in that because everyone's saying cotton is the thing to do. But yeah, you have to spend quite a bit of money to get involved into it. So let's get at least harvesting our barley. And we're just going to put that right into the silo for now. No rush into selling the barley. But we will do the straw at least. Of course, we got to get the straw out the field before we can plant anything on it. Let's see here. Turn this on. Make sure enable straw swath. That'd be good. Turn that back off. So, yep. First thing we're going to do, like I said, we're going to take care of these fields. Then we're going to go ahead and clean the animals. I'll keep track of the case tractor when he's done and swap him over to another field. And it's going to be a cloudy day apparently. Still no rain because it never rains here. It never rains. But hopefully the price of silage goes up so we can get some cash. Like I said, I was thinking about buying a silo, but you know, I may change my mind when I finally had the money. I was really looking at it because last episode, the soybeans, the prices were terrible. I'm like, yeah, see, this is where we need a good silo to put crops in, so when the price is not good, we can store it. But by the end of the episode, the price was pretty darn good for soybeans, so we didn't have to store it at all. So I may not buy the silo because even harvesting those 2 fields of soy, I had enough room in this silo down here to where we could have stored it in this silo. But we do have to keep in mind that soybeans produces the least amount of yield. So like if I do canola or sunflowers, I probably would have had over 100,000 liters, which this silo down here cannot handle. But small problems, like I said, maybe, you know, we'll look into, well, first off, I got to sell the silage and I'll figure out what to do with it first. The money when it comes time. But even if we sell all the silage, like I said, we'd be getting like $380,000. The silos, I don't want to say only $180,000. That leaves us with $200,000. So yeah, small problems to deal with now that the money's rolling in rather well. But as you know, it's not going to take long to harvest these fields here. Same routine as we always do. We harvest ourselves until we get to the big field, and then I get the big man truck down here with the loading wagon. We'll load up the straw and sell it. I think the price of straw was going up as well, which is good. Last I checked, I think it was in the $90 range, which is pretty darn good for straw. So we'll get a little bit of money there. Actually, selling the straw, we might even be able to pay off the $15,000 that we're in the hole right now. Who knows? Just because I am curious, we'll wait until the straw swath gets done dumping out. That should be good enough. Straw. Actually, the price must have went down overnight. Ooh, look at the price of hay. Pretty good. Straw? Maybe I should store some of the straw. For $71, it's not that good of a price, so maybe I should store it for the animals. So that's something to think of. Well, we're at that magical point now where we hire a worker to do the rest. I dumped off a good amount of barley out of there because, well, I was going past the silo anyways. But I was wondering, and I'm about to find out, I do believe these fields might need some lime. And yes, they do. They do need to be limed. Not a big deal. But first thing we're going to do is pick up the straw. I guess I could use... Well, I got to bring a lot of stuff. John Deere's over here with a seed drill. The case is busy. Yeah, I got a lot to figure out. Let's hop over to the man truck. I don't even know where the man truck even is, to be honest with you. Where did I leave it? Oh, okay. So, yeah, I'm going to go get the loading wagon. That can stay there. Yeah, we do need another shed somewhere at some point. Yeah, everything is just everywhere at this point. Unfortunately, that shed over there is pretty well taken up from everything, but time to bring the loading wagon over. I'm thinking for the amount of straw that we have, we're going to have to sell some of it. I might just sell all of it because I do have plenty of straw in storage already. There's our beautiful cows as I skid steer over there. But I'm going to go back to the chicken farm, start picking up some straw, and yeah, I think we'll just sell it even though it's a crappy price for straw. Not that straw pays that well to begin with, but yeah, let's go pick up some straw. And let me run into the cow here because the truck all of a sudden just went swirly on me. And oh, thank God there's no damage in this game. Yeah, let's go pick up some straw. Don't know what it is about the bottom of this field, but the harvester just doesn't like to harvest it. And that piece there, I never understood either. Go in that direction, it won't harvest it. But if I turn the harvester just a little bit, like that, it's all good. But I did realize, yes, we need to sell the straw for sure. For this reason. Being in the minus like we are, I don't think I'm going to be able to buy lime. I know I can't buy fuel. You can hire workers though, which is weird. So yeah, we need to get above zero so we can buy some stuff. I could always go in the bank and borrow a little bit of cash, but I don't want to do that. We're trying not to borrow cash. We're trying to pay off the loan. If we have to, we can sell some eggs actually. Where are the eggs? Oh, the prices were good last episode. Everything was up in the 3,000s. The restaurante is starting to go up. So maybe if it gets up to maybe like 35, that might be a good price. But we do have some barley in storage now. As we kind of found out, the chickens can last a long time on their food for sure. I really don't know when's the last time we fed the chickens. And we do have 4... Is that the one that holds 400 chickens? Yeah, it holds for like 400 chickens. We gave them a whole bunch of wheat long time ago. And all I do is clean them up now and then. But we do have one trailer full of straw ready for sale. At a wonderful $71 per 1,000 liters. It's not going to be a great amount. It definitely will not cover the 16,000, but it'll be a start. I did also top off. Oh, okay, that's the case tractor done weeding the cornfields. I'll have to move him over. I did top off the horses on straw, so they're good for whenever. Now, obviously, if we sold our silage, we'd have a boatload of money to deal with. And like I said, I was really for sure last episode saying, yep, need to buy a silo, but now I'm thinking, nah, maybe not. I don't think so. I may actually go into buying more fields. Don't hit any of those Subaru. They look like Subarus to me. Alright, let's see what we get for 90,000 liters. It's not going to be much. I'm not even sure it's even going to be 7 grand. Yep, 64.50. So the next load is even going to be less because usually I don't get 2 full trailers out of it. But it does make a dent into our negativity of money. So I'm going to go down, before I start picking more straw, I'm going to head on over to the case tractor, get him working on field 6. I got to do one of the headlands, or a couple headlands, down by the sheep so he can make his own turnarounds. You know how that goes down there. And then I'll get back to pick up some straw. And then, like I said, I'll probably just use the John Deere to come down and lime the field. And then I'll bring it back, and then we'll pick up the seed roll. And I'm trying to think what I want to plant down here. We've been doing barley, so maybe this time I'll do wheat, or I could just do barley again until we top off the silo once again. And who knows, maybe there'll be a great demand on barley at some point. Okay, so let's go here. Yes, he is all done. No weeds. Congratulations. Alright, actually I don't need to fold that as long as it's lifted up, which it is. And at some point I gotta definitely clean out the animal stay because I'm pretty sure their cleanliness is at 0. And like I mentioned, I don't think I mentioned last episode, but 2 episodes ago, I did see a mod out there. It's going to be just like Table Manners in 17, where the cleanliness is always at 100%, although they did say that the food still shows up like it's messy, like you can kind of see the grass there. Grass or hay for the sheep. Actually, it looks like the sheep may need some grass, period. Those are the cows. Sheep. They got some. You can see the cleanliness is getting kind of down. They got some, but they probably could use them being topped off. And let me guess, the horses may be low. Yeah, so maybe we'll have to load up the loading wagon today with some hay after we clean up all the animals. And top them off with some hay. But there's no surprise that weeds have come back. Weeds are always here, it seems like. They're on schedule. Is this one of those things that you got to deal with? And I just realized I hired a worker. I was like, how come I can't steer? I was playing my steering wheel like, did I hire a worker? I did. I hired a worker. We don't need a worker. Not for what I'm doing right here. I was like, wow. I was already thinking about moving on to the next project. That's why I wasn't talking for there for a second. Like, my steering wheel all of a sudden just stopped working. That's because you hired a worker. You nut. Alright, traffic, stop. Hey. No more space for new pallets at the... Okay. Don't honk your horn at me, sir. I'll scratch your paint job on your vehicle with my weeder. Usually they stop way far back. Traffic. Wow, he couldn't wait to get going either. Holy smokes, he was in a hurry. So, yeah, when I clean out the animals, we're going to have to take care of the wool. With more... at first I was thinking, boy, they're producing it rather fast. I just took care of them. But we do now have 19 sheep apiece. So we're getting up near 80 sheep. I think so. That gives us what, 76? Yeah, 76 sounds good. 76 sheep. And yes, we can see they got pallets everywhere. So when we get the Massey Ferguson going cleaning up the animals, yep, we'll have to take care of them as soon as we can. But we're only running at 1 speed, so we're not going to lose that much in wool in the next half hour or so. Alright, now I'm going to put this guy in a worker. There you go. I am going to go back to... Well, there's a Massey Ferguson. So back to picking up some straw. We'll sell it. Get us closer to 0. I'm hoping I can maybe fill up with some lime, because I may need it. I don't know how much is in the spreader, but if I have to, I'll figure something out then. But first things first, let's pick up the straw. So we'll probably get like $5,000 off this load. Maybe. Maybe. Survey says $53.75. Not too bad. So I'm going to bring this back to the BGA. We'll park this next to the barn because I got to load up this with some hay so we can feed our horses. And I don't know why I'm going this way for. Yeah, I should have cut down to the other way. And I want to go to this guy's field, or farmer's field. I should have went out the other way of the barn. This will work though. It's all good. There we go. Yeah, so I'm going to park this by the barn. Not that barn. Our barn. Our storage loft. We can fill up with hay later on after we take care of cleaning up the animals. But I'm going to grab the John Deere. I'm not going to refill it with lime. Hopefully I got enough lime to do the fields down here. And who knows, after we put lime down, the fields could also need plowing, but you can't see it because the lime overrides the plow color on the map. But anyways, interesting view. Oh, my track IR is because the sun's shining through again today. So I'll have to go drive through the field. Yeah, the road. It's not a field, it's a road. Drive through the road like this. Yeah, I'll just meet you back at the chicken farm. Pulling back into the chicken farm with nice driving, which you didn't see because it's off camera. I'm going to try refilling this, even though we don't have the cash. My guess is it won't let me. Yeah, I cannot. Even though it gives me the option to refill, cannot. So, 4,600 liters of lime is going to get me how far? My guess is not too far. Although this spreader does a lot better than the other one because we definitely can work at a faster pace. And I can see some weeds are already starting to grow in this field, which is just lovely. I wonder what actually the milk prices are. Maybe I can sell some milk. But first I'd have to empty our tanker out because the tanker's got water in it. But that shouldn't be too hard because it's been a few days, so the animals will require more water. Plus they're reproducing like the cows and the sheep, so overall they can take more water. Yep, definitely going to need more lime. I'm not going to be able to get... I might be able to get these 2 fields up here done. But the other one, not so much. And yes, I probably should be cutting down these trees, right? These trees have been nothing but a pain. Trying to drive around them all the time. One field done. And of course it doesn't help that I got a worker going, so he's constantly drawing money out of our bank account as well. Well, we're not going to be able to quite cover the field, but got further than I thought. And there we go. We're out. So, Yeah, we're going to have to do something to make a little bit of money, and I think probably selling milk might be our best option. Just to be sure, because I know someone may say it, when I try to refill it up, the cover was open against the lime tank, but still facing this way, won't refill. So the question I have, do we get our cows yet? Another 15 minutes we'll get 4 cows. But what is the price of milk? Even prices of milk are not the greatest. Alright, so I think what we'll do is we'll just jump into our Massey Ferguson. We'll start cleaning up the animals. We gotta move some wool pallets. Maybe I'll get the John Deere back over here and we'll start seeding some of this. And maybe we'll see what the prices do around here. Did I get another new box yet? Nope, not yet. But first thing, let's go clean out some animals here. The horses we don't have to clean, but the rest we do. Like the chickens. The chickens seem to be the messiest. The messiest? The more messy? Massy? I don't know. I was like, how come it's not picking up any? Because my bucket is already full. That's how messy the chickens are. But the bucket does not even hold 1,000 liters. I got so used to in FS17 having my modded bucket, like on the wheel loaders that held, I forgot, like 12,000 liters. Actually, I had a mod in 15 where the wheel loader, where the bucket held 20,000 on a Caterpillar wheel loader. That was nice doing silage in that. Onward to the cows. We'll clean up the cows, and then we'll head on down to the sheep. Clean up the sheep and move some wool around. Alright, over here at the cows, and one thing I've noticed about this, this seems weird. You saw the chickens and how messy they were. If you were to come up here and just by looking at it, you look at the cows and like, they're not that messy at all. How messy actually are the cows? Look at that. 8%. Did the chickens reset yet? See, the chickens were at 14%. That hasn't reset yet. And the cows are 8%. Just look at the difference, the way the messiness looks. It's just weird that way. That's if I put the bucket nice and flat so it actually picks up something. Now it does hold true, like I said before in previous episode. When we first got the cows, we did put grass and hay in there. I think it was grass and hay. Before we put Total Mix rations in. And after I put Total Mix rations in, hay, silage, and grass. So yeah, I put this in there. And then we put Total Mix rations in. They have not touched these two bars at all. They're only taking food out of the Total Mix rations. If they are taken out of here, I'm really not noticing it. They're taking that little. While I was in there, how much milk do you guys have? 24,000. So right now it's going for like $1,000 per liter, per 1,000 liters. Wow, per liter, per 1,000 liters. So we could get 24 grand by selling some milk today. But like I said, the price is, if it's over 1,000, I consider that average. I've seen it get low as 700 in some areas. Some places I buy it, and I've seen as high as 12. So it's not like we're selling a whole bunch of milk, and we kind of do need the cash. So it's either sell some milk right now, I think, or do a contract maybe. I could probably do a contract. Maybe we'll take a peek at some contracts. The Case tractor is done. He's on the other side of the field. I need to move him over to the rail yard field to get started on that one. Now look at the sheep. Look how much grass is out here. but you'll see when I start picking it up, there really isn't that much there. I mean, I got all that into one bucket, so yeah. Here you guys go. Nope, not forward, Peanut, backwards. There you go. And now we need to take care of the wool. And I usually never show this too much because, well, I kind of struggle sometimes with the pallets. Sometimes it goes really good, and other times, I'm pretty sure we've all experienced this, but the pallet forks just would like stick right inside the pallets. And it takes a lot to get them off sometimes. I still got that one bale of straw here, and actually I could probably throw that into the total mix, the mixer for total mix rations. Am I on the ground? No, that's why I'm on the ground. Because you can't just take a bale now and just dump it in front of the animals and they'll take it. You have to, on straw, you have to have it shredded or in a loading wagon. That one's probably going to stick. See if I can move that a little bit closer. Whoa. Nope, just, I don't know what it did there, but it's fine. It's all good. Although I did screw up my other one now. Can I get that one? You're not going to turn for me. You're not going to pivot unless you're hitting that wall. Alright, fine. Stay that way. I just hope a pallet of wool doesn't spawn. What? Doing this? Not low enough. There we go. Now that one pallet of wool has screwed up everything. Because usually I get them straightened up like that, and then I get on the side and I push them together. But now that they're all skewed, they're going to have to stay that way probably. Or if I get too bored, or my OCD may bother me, I may have to come down and rectify the situation. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my second row. I had one that kind of stuck, but not too bad, but all four pretty much went nice and easy. So all the animals are clean. So for right now, I think I gotta park this here. Engine off, please. And this is how we get our exercise sometimes. Run over to the case tractor. I want to bring over to the rail yard so you can get started weeding on that one. And then I think we'll have to hop in the man truck and probably go sell some milk because that price is not bad. It's not bad, so yeah, we'll give the animals some water to empty out that trailer. We'll load up with some milk and go to wherever that price was good. I don't know where it was. I didn't pay too much attention, but yeah, I'll see ya in a second. Here I am weeding the headland at the rail yard field. Just so when I set it off on a worker, he doesn't have to go down by the railroad tracks too much. It just reduces the chances of him being down there when the train comes. Now usually he doesn't cross the tracks where the train is, but I don't want to take that chance. So I always try to help out any worker in this field by doing this side of the headland. The other side I don't care about too much. Occasionally they get stuck, or they get stuck where that field kind of curves up for some reason. I don't know why Giants left that in there, but that's beside the point. Or there is a quote-unquote object over there once in a while that they say that's in the way. So off to work you go, sir. Right? you're off to work? You good to go? There we go. Not the John Deere. Not the Massey Ferguson. As we see, a wool pallet is already spawned. I'll come back for this loading wagon later, because we got to put some hay into it and top off the sheep, and we'll top off the horses as well. But time to come over and get our water tanker that we haven't used since the day we built our pond. And I drive past here quite a bit when I'm working at the BGA, just because I'd like to look, to load up, there we go. Just like the looks of the pond there. If you can remember what it was before, it was like a big hole in the ground. I don't know why that was there, but it was. Alright, so let's go turn this sucker around. I kind of missed the tankers that were in 17. And I forgot what the name of that mod was, and I was going to look it up last time I mentioned it, and I forgot to look it up. It was like the road train trailers that we could, you can load up and unload anywhere. It's like I could dump this water out if I wanted to load up with milk, but maybe it'll come out at some point. As for the cows, I was going to see, oh, we already got the cows. So now we're going to get a cow every 132 hours. You could probably roll back in the video and saw when we only had 10 cows, how many hours it were per each animal. I wonder how much that dropped. I don't know. Did we get rid of all the water? Yes, we did. That is interesting. The mixer is running with nothing in it. Alright, whatever. Now come over here, and we should be able to fill up with milk. Am I in the trigger? Or start filling. Is there any other option? Okay, no. I was like, what's my other option? Alright, so while we're filling up with milk, where am I going with said milk? Up to the ranch. So I mean, it's almost 1100, which is not a bad price. And it's not like it's that much milk, because this trailer will hold 55,000, so we're going to have like a half a tanker, which isn't bad. But we need the cash, and it's our first delivery of milk. I might as well take the road down. I thought about going over there, trying to go out the other way, but might as well stick to the road. Turn my direction light on, not like it matters. Now, I'm assuming we just dump it into the same trigger, which seems kind of weird, seeing that we're transporting a liquid. He's growing corn. Oh no, that's a different field. I was like, that field number 8's growing corn once again. That's actually field number 11. I'm starting to get used to what number the fields are, after doing all the contract working that I've done. I've probably done pretty close to 100 contracts. I know I'm not at 100 yet, because there's a Steam achievement for 100 contracts, I do believe. And I haven't got it yet, but I bet you I'm pretty close to that. Okay, so are we dumping it like right in here, or? I guess so. Seems kind of weird. Do we see it empty out anywhere? Well, at least we got enough cash to do what we want. Not what we want, but it's enough. It's enough to do some loading up of stuff. $26,102. Not bad. Not bad at all. So I'm going to bring this tanker back. I'm going to grab the loading wagon, and we'll start feeding the animals some hay, meaning the sheep and the horses. Loaded up with 90,000 liters of hay. And depending how much we use here, we're not going to have much left at the barn. So we may have to do a mowing session next time. And ted it and windrow it and gather up some hay and put some more in storage. I don't desperately need it, but it's always good to have it. Nothing worse than wanting to go grab some hay to feed your animals, and then you realize you don't have any. But they took quite a bit, actually, the sheep did. And at some point, I need to do some landscaping around here. When we start getting more than enough money, I don't have to repay off my entire loan, but we're saving some money until we get into cotton and maybe some more fields. But we'll get into landscaping hopefully not further down the road. I would like to put a house up somewhere as well. I was hoping someone would come up with a really good like house mod. Yeah, for some reason the one, I don't know. I just don't like the way the house looked on the original Ravenport. If you go on easy mode, you go in the house and it's just cluttered with like a messy clutter. It's terrible, terrible. But yeah, we'll build a nice house and put a pond around it somewhere. I had some thoughts and ideas, but off to the horses, off to the races, and we'll top them off. Then we'll dump the rest of the hay I got back in storage. I was trying to think if I have topped off the horses with hay since we first put the paddock down when we first got it. I know we give them oats all the time, but I don't remember doing hay in a while, so I really don't know how long the food lasts when you top them off. Okay, so they didn't take that much. But the sheep, 38,000 liters. They're good on cleanliness. The cows. Come on, there we go. Cows are pretty good on mostly everything. Straw, yeah, they're fine. They're fine on total mix rations for a while. Chickens, I mean, I don't know if I'm ever going to have to feed them again. And of course, the horses look good here and here. So our animals are good for days ahead. So right now I'm just going to park this truck right on over here. I'm going to have to do a lot of moving around after I finish recording this episode, because everything seems to be down here. So we do have 20 grand, more than enough to open up the lid. And now we can fill it up with some lime. I might as well just top it off. I don't need that much, obviously, to finish out the field that we got left. But yeah, I'm going to finish liming off that field, which isn't going to take long. Then I'm going to bring this back to the BGA, drop this off, pick up the seed drill, come back, and we'll plant. I think I might just do barley again, or I might go to wheat. Yeah, we got a good amount of barley. We got 63,000 liters of barley. And so, yeah, I'll probably do some wheat. And whenever we get a great demand for either one of these, we can probably sell it, because the chickens obviously don't need food for a while. And yeah, we're topped off with oats. So we're doing well over here. We're all full. So I'm going to get back to work here, and I'll bring it back in a little while. And here we are arriving back at the chicken farm with the seed drill. A couple things I want to check. We limed it. Does it need plowing? No, none of these fields need plowing, which is good for us. We'll dig these weeds in, plow, seed them in. The other thing I want to check while we're here, what's the price of silage? Is it even moving back up or staying right at 230? So no rush to go ahead and sell that. But I got the seed drill ready to go for wheat. So I'm going to go ahead and seed these myself while I'm waiting for that worker to finish weeding the fields down there. And I think that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Not much else left to do at the moment, other than, like I said, wait for that guy to finish weeding that field. And once I get done seeding these fields, we're pretty much for our fields at a standstill, probably until late afternoon. I don't know when the sunflower is going to be ready. I don't know if they'll be ready later this afternoon or when that will be. We may cut down these trees up here for sure at some point, pretty soon, I think, because I've said it quite a few times already that those trees kind of need to go. But yeah, I'm going to finish seeding this off. So hopefully the weeds don't come down here anytime soon, but I'm sure they will. But like I said, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I appreciate you watching as always, and I'll see you next time in Ravenport. But until then, have a good one.